Hello friends, welcome back to Civil 3D Pro Tips and Tricks. This is the third part of our ongoing roundabout design series. In first two part we learned that what are the warrant for the choosing the roundabout, what are the types of the roundabout, and what are the benefits of roundabout in very brief. The next thing we have gone through the gone through the parameter of the roundabout. So we have learned about the ICD, incremental circle diameter, which is the first parameter you have to decide, and the ICD would be between 20 to 100-meter radius. So first you design your outer radius of your junction based on your site constraints. The next parameter which we have gone through is circulatory carriageway width, which is 1 or 1.2 times your entry width, and also depend on your vehicle tracking. Suppose if you have a tractor trailer like a large vehicle, so you opt for like 4 meter or 4.5 meter entry width, and you can decide your number of lane like based on your traffic requirement like junction capacity. So whether you go for the 2 or 3 lane, that depend on your junction capacity. So in this example, I've gone through for a 2 lane and 4 meter width. The next thing we have third parameter we have gone through is entry radius. Like I said, the entry radius and the adjacent exit radius should not be overlapped. So that's how you decide it. That's the first thing. Second thing, you need to look about your site constraint, and then we have, based on trial and error, we have just decided one entry radius, and it's between the minimum 10 meter and maximum 100 meters. So I gone for the 25 for this example based on my experience. And then we have gone the fourth parameter, which is the entry width. And the entry width should be also based on your vehicle tracking, based on your largest vehicle, tractor, trailer, or whatever. And so this for this example, I gone for the 4 meter of each lane. So I gone for the total 8 meter entry width for the 2 lane. So entry width would be you can go for minimum 3 meter for the 1 lane, and you can go for single lane roundabout. Maximum entry width should be 10.5, and for the 2 lane roundabout, maximum entry width would be around 15. So you have to play between those values, minimum and the maximum, and also the vehicle tracking. So here I opted 8 meter, and then I've told you it should be tangential to your circular and to your median. So I've shown you how you can design tangent and emitter. Also, you can choose for TTR, and you can choose your entry videos based on your vehicle tracking. So we have covered all those parameters in our previous videos. If you haven't watched, you can go and watch this now, and subscribe our channel for the more roundabout videos and other highway design things, also the civil 3D. So in today's video we're going for, like, we have decided entry radius. Now we have to make sure whether the whatever the radius we decided is safe. I mean, the roundabout parameters are safe or not. So there are some checks which we have to run through to first confirm that the entry race we decided whether is safe or not. The first thing we are going to check is the flare length. Well, like I said that our approach width is 3.5 and 3.5 meter, and at the entry we are uh, increasing our radius because we have a sharp entry radius, and if we have to move the vehicle very smoothly, we have to give some extra width. So we opted for 4 meter, and like we are transitioning from 3.5 to 4 meter, so we need to check whether this transition are going in should not go very sharply. It should give some distance, and that uh, will be decided based on your flare length. So the flare length should be for the urban area, minimum flare length is 5 meter, and for the rural area minimum flare length is 25 meter. So this is one of the check for your roundabout. So let's see how you can measure the flare length. So once you decided your entry radius and your island radius and entry width, for the flare length, what you need to do, you need to offset your island radius exactly your approach width. So my approach width is 3.5, 3.57 meters. So I'm going to offset this to the 7 meter. The next thing I'm going to do, draw a perpendicular line at my intersection point and trim this trace. Next thing I'm going to copy this and just put at the center of this line, and I'm going to measure whatever the length of this arc. I'll just delete this and delete here, and this arc length is my flare length. So I'm going to annotate and measure this arc length, and as you can see it's 7 meter. So like I said, in urban area it should be between minimum 5 meter. So I'm getting 7, so this I'm safe for the flare length. Now the next check is your entry angle. So let's see how we can measure entry angle. For that you have to offset at middle of line. So I'm going to offset 4 meter my middle of the lane. Now I'll just decide, let's draw fast, as this is not tangential to my center lane. So first let me make it tangential. So I go for 10, 10, 10. I choose this, and intersection point, and just delete this arc and trim it. Now what you need to do, you need to make the tangent line from this point to this arc. So I'll go for the one polyline and I choose center, and just I rotate it to 90, which is my tangent line from this arc. The next thing, you need a tangent line from this arc or your center line. So this is done. The next thing is tangential from this point to this circle and rotate it to 90. And the angle between this, call my entry angle, and I'm going to measure this. Sorry, just a second. Angular, and then this 33. So my entry angle should be between 30 to 60. So I'm getting 33, which is safe. So I've done the two checks. First is my flare length, The second is my entry angle, and those both are made. Third checks which I have to run go through is deflection angle, or uh, it called entry path curve. So entry path radius. The next thing we are going to check for that, what you need is first thing also an exit radius. I'll go for the 35 my exit radius. I'll tell you why. So for the entry path radius or deflection angle, you have to measure, like give the offset 1 meter each. So you go for 1 meter over here, 1 meter here, 1 meter your circulatory island, and the 1 meter of your exit. Next thing what you need to do is make the tangent to this, and to this, and then again you need to draw tangent to this, and to this. And this is your entry path radius, and it should be minimum 100 meter. So here I'm getting 45. So the reason is should be minimum 100 is that your vehicle should not go into the roundabout circulatory curve with the high speed. So if the radius is below 10, it means it's going with the low speed into areas, which is for the safety. So vehicle are already in the roundabout, and this vehicle can go with the low speed. So that's why it should be less than 100. So here we have done three checks. Suppose I'll delete it. So this here you can see I have drawn one path. The thing is that this path is 1 meter away from the all edges, so your vehicle can safely move and follow this path and can go safely with the less speed in the roundabout or the cross the roundabout. So that is so these are the three checks which you have to go through to finalize your entry radius. Fly length between for urban section should be higher than 5 meter. For your entry angle, that should be 33 meter, between 30 to 60 degree. Your angle, so I'm getting 33, which is all right. And your deflection angle or entry path radius, and that radius should be below than 100 meter. So once you're at all three parameter uh, met, your one of the approach is finalized, and then you can decide for the other approaches. Like the same thing, you have to go for the every entry approaches. You have to go through all these checks, and you have to decide it based on that, your entry radius or the exit radius, based on those checks. Apart from those checks, we have to keep in mind the site constraints. Also, we have to keep in mind that the entry radius or exit radius should not overlap to each other. It should be tangential to each other. So those things also we need to keep in mind deciding all those parameters. So in the next video, we're going to uh, finalize our roundabout 2D layout for the all arms, and then we go for the 3D design. Thank you for watching this.